We stuffed one.
I know I'm a weirdo.
Thanks to A24, your boy got invited to a private premiere screening of A24's new horror movie, Bring Her Back, done by the same creators that did Talk to Me. This will be a spoiler-free review. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So starting off, I want to say this movie right here has to be one of the most scariest, disturbing, and eeriest movies I've seen in a few years. This movie definitely had a lot of people in my, screening on the edge of their seats. Like, people are covering their face, including myself. I was literally covering my face. It's a scene in here that has a wooden table involved, and another scene that is involving fruit that I'm still thinking about. It is really unsettling, and I can't believe that they showed that. But pushing forward, Sally Hawkins playing a character, Laura, she did a phenomenal job. Very unsettling character. Just everything that's going on with her, and just this whole situation with this brother and sister, being Andy and Piper. By the way, just hats off to Piper, the actor. She actually was blind, playing a role of a character that was blind. So that is actually amazing. That was just blowing me away. But this story basically is about a brother and a sister, being Andy and Piper. They have a new foster mom played by the character Laura, and they end up going to this house in the woods, this weird looking house, and they find out and uncover some terrifying clues and just issues that's going on in this house, and they're actually having some ritualistic things go on. Now, pushing forward, man, this character named Oliver, played by a little boy, when I tell you that, man, like, the acting from him was literally elite, and I felt so bad for this character. He felt like a person that was really going through a lot of trauma, a lot of deep things and emotions. A lot of the scenes that they put him in, I couldn't believe it. And one thing I will say about this movie, if you don't like, movies that have kids in pain or kids being hurt or anything like that, you should definitely not check out Bring Her Back, because I'm telling you, they do not care in this movie. Rocka, big shout out to them. It does have that same feel as Talk to Me, with grief and just the gloominess and everything. And it also keeps beat with that brutal, gory type of, just grotesque filmmaking. Now, pushing forward, this movie right now is currently sitting at 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. When I tell you all, this movie blew me away. I was actually looking forward to this because I'm a huge fan of Talk to Me. And this right here is not like a replica of Talk to Me. It has its own feel, it has its own vibe of eeriness. And one thing I will say about this from beginning to end, just great acting from the whole cast. And the cast is very small, but man, the brother, I really loved his character, and he felt like a real true big brother. And the movie kicks off with like a crazy just entry into this movie, kind of just giving you the vibe of everything that's going on and getting us prepared and letting us know what's about to happen, kind of. And I like that. One thing I will say, I was looking for some clues and hints with the mythology when it comes to like the ritual stuff that's involved, but they don't give you too much. But it's actually a good thing, because it keeps you thinking like, wow, what if this is something that's going on that's bigger than just in Laura's household? Because even if you've seen it in a trailer, some VHS tapes that's involved and stuff like that, they kind of made me scratch my head and made me think like maybe it's other things that's going on with this movie. The vibes I got from this was like a Pet Cemetery or like a Misery. Actually, Sally Hawkins gives you the vibes of Annie Wilkes in Misery to me. Just her eeriness, her vibes. The movie kind of feels like Misery if you think about it. But pushing forward with this movie, like I said, it's been a while since I really enjoyed a horror movie, and it's definitely been a while since I had to look through my fingers when it came to a horror movie. It's some scenes in here, y'all, that are so unsettling and disturbing. You really feel like you got to go take a shower after you watch this, in my opinion. Like, I'm like, no bull, like, I'm not hyping it, but I really was trying my hardest to stick my chest out and be like, I'm gonna watch this scene. I don't care. I'm a horror fan. Bro, it's a scene, like I just told y'all, it's involving like a wooden table, and another scene with some fruit. Look, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about if y'all go see this movie. I said, Lord Jesus, like Rocka, they go there. Just know that they go there. And like I said, once again, hats off to the kid Oliver, the character played by Jonah Rand Phillips. I'm not gonna lie, amazing acting for his age. I was like, bro, and I was invested in his character. You know, I was invested in all the characters, but to really be exact, his character had a lot of details to it and things like that. And same with Sally Hawkins, man. I would like to see her in more horror movies after this performance. And the ending to me is actually one of the craziest endings that I've seen in a horror movie in a little minute. Like, oh wow, it really kicks up and it does not stop until the credits roll. And I think that the ending, it was ended in a way that left some eeriness in the theater once you left out. I think a lot of people, especially from the faces that I seen, were in an unsettling mood, because I was like, bro, this was a great movie, but wow, the stuff that they showed on a screen was actually crazy, and it looked real. Just the effects and everything, man. Like I said, the story that they're telling, it hits home for certain people, including myself, because I'm like, man, that's actually, it's I'm gonna be honest, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation. Bring Her Back is a story that is telling a story about a fucked up situation, and it kind of makes you think about real life and things like that. And just the whole situation has you feeling sympathy for Piper and Andy and Oliver. And then you absolutely, you know, you get to this character that's played by Sally Hawkins, Laura. You're like, okay, you know, she's cool or whatever. But man, when this stuff kicks up, it's just so much bigger than what I saw in a trailer. I mean, you know, if you watch the trailer, it gives you the vibe, but I think this movie is bigger than a trailer. Like, it's crazy, and it just left me just actually wanting more, to be honest. And I think that, you know, Rock is on the road after Talk to Me and now Bring Her Back. This movie, I definitely recommend you to go see it. Bloody, gory, great story, good characters, and this is definitely a movie I think will have, you know, some decent rewatch value also. So if I had to rate Bring Her Back, I'll give it a 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, and I'll definitely give it another rewatch. But with that being said, comment down below if you've seen Bring Her Back, and let me know what you think in the comments. Unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I want y'all to hit me up on all my social medias at ILIKESCARY, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.